Okay, so if you've opened up any social media platform in the last 4 days, you have seen Nicki Minaj trending with Megan Thee Stallion. You can't help but have seen it. Nicki Minaj had gone on Twitter and she was going on a rampage with tweets over the course of like 2 or 3 days. People speculate is because she was um, using some happy helper type of things that would keep her awake. But anyways, so she put out a song, and here is some of the song. I guess I don't listen to her music, so I'm not going to give her a spin on anything. But I will say this: she says your flow is such a bore. Drinking a bottle of Hennessy through a straw. B word, you better stop that dialogue before I hit Carl and buy your catalog. Sigh, how you F your mother man when she die. How you go on Gail King and can't cry. Child by Bigfoot, you still a small fry, swearing on your dead mother when you lie. Ayo, this begging, lascivious woman of the night, talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you could hit Megan Raw. If you a ghost rider, party in Megan Jaw. Shots thrown, but I ain't let Megan score. Okay, so she basically condensed all of her tweets into a song. So, what did the people say? This is her Twitter, so I'm sure her barbs were coming in strong. Let's see what they say. This is literally the first screenshot. Rest, sis, you're 52. This is terrible. We ain't listening. Why is y'all lying? That ish is rubbish. I love unserious Nikki. I have to stand even harder, I fear. Okay, so Devontae liked it. This person says psychology says when you are ignored by a person whose attention means the most to you, the reaction in your brain will be similar to physical pain. Blessed night. Then someone posts a picture, I guess, of Meg holding her Grammy saying all that matters. Jeff Timer says Cardi B is lyrically better than you. Star says hardest bar she hit is that coke she snorted the past 72 hours. Chai said, good of you to post the lyrics so I don't have to waste my time and resources listening to it. So that's it. Unfortunately, it's the same little drags you've been posting on Twitter for the last 2 or 3 days. This person says, you're married to a rapist. Someone else says, for free, you can get off the coke. Someone says, girl, this ABC 1 2 3 stuff, and then she like clutches her heart. This person says, we stand with Stallion. This person says, awful lyrics, I'm crying. And then finally, this ish reeks and posts a dog covering his nose. That is just a few of the comments. I'm sure her barbs are in the comments coming for people because that's what they do. They come for people. But I will like to point out that I've been anti Nicki Minaj for a while, ever since it all started coming out what her brother was doing to people and who she was married to. Example, back in 2021, I said, yikes on the bikes. Oh, the perils of marrying and procreating with a convicted rapist. So this was when US Magazine put out an article saying Nicki Minaj's husband pleads guilty, so I don't have to say allegedly, pleads guilty to sex offender registry issue. And back in 22, I was like, despicable that she married a sex offender, but she's an example of why Black women and girls will never be safe. There are male identified women who will support these predators over women. And so this article was Kenneth Petty. Prosecutors want Nicki Minaj's husband to serve a 15-month jail sentence. So this is back in 22. I said this one. Still me saying, so weird. She had access to whatever kind of man she wanted, and she chose a felon and an sex offender. So this was when Rolling Stone put out an article, Nicki Minaj's husband sentenced to a year in home confinement for failing to register. So I have been anti Nicki for a while. It really didn't have anything to do with Megan and, being pro Megan or whatever, supporting Megan. No, she's just a rubbish type of woman. Any woman that is supportive of a man who does what he did to that woman, I don't care if it was in the 90s. I do not care. I don't care. She was supporting her brother not too long ago as well. And then before Kidney Hills kicked the bucket, him and her were going at it. And I was like, I don't care about them chopping it up. She's married to a rapist, and she and her husband continue to harass his victim. So both she and KS are rubbish. So I said that back in 2022. It's been almost 2 years. And I'm still glad that that man is gone. But let's talk about what that victim, the one that we're talking about right here, where she and her husband were harassing that victim. Let's talk about that. Okay, so last summer, the Daily Beast put out this article. Nicki Minaj's husband's rape accuser submits evidence from 1994 trial. So this woman that they were harassing put out some pictures. Let's look at these pictures before I get into the article. These are the pictures from Jennifer Hugh, or Jennifer Howe, however you pronounce it. These are the pictures from when she was assaulted back in 1994. You could tell that this is old. Look at these Polaroids, but this is the evidence that was submitted to Queens County Supreme Court. So this is what part of what he did to this woman. I mean, I guess she was a girl at that time. This is what she did. And then for Nicki Minaj and her husband to be harassing this woman to recant her story so that I don't know why he doesn't think that he has to register, but they were harassing this woman. Jennifer's legal team has obtained court records from her 1994 case, including photos, medical exam results, and a transcript of Kenneth Petty's guilty plea. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, has yet to settle the SA lawsuit that Jennifer brought against him in 2021. Now her team has submitted new evidence from the 1994 case. In a letter to the court filed Friday, Howe's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, writes that the plaintiff initially requested the 1994 court records at the start of her litigation, but that due to the age of the requested records, the Queens District Attorney's Office took a long time to retrieve, review, and redact and produce the records. The incident occurred when they were 16 years old. Newly submitted exhibits includes photographs of injuries to a young Hugh's neck, face, neck, and sides, as well as a police laboratory analysis report stating that Hugh's underwear and two vajayjay smears were positive for the presence of spermatozoa. And the report further states that a pair of checker shorts collected from Petty on the day of the alleged assault were positive for the presence of spermatozoa. So I'm just reminding us all, this is who she's married to. You know, she can be on Twitter all day long, and maybe she's on Twitter because she is feeling guilty or ashamed or whatever she's feeling for harassing this woman. So Petty's attorney, Stephen David Iser, did not respond to the Daily Beast email request for a comment. When reached by phone, he declined the comment. When asked what she hopes to demonstrate with these new documents, Hugh told the Daily Beast she just wanted to show proof that she didn't lie on this man. Okay, I believe her. I mean, yeah. Look at how though they came for that woman though. She said at the time of the incident, she didn't have any adults in her family to advise her or to accompany her to the hospital after the alleged assault. Back in 2021, a childhood friend of Hughes confirmed to the Daily Beast that they'd picked up her from the hospital. I had no kind of guidance at all in my corner, so I went through all of that by myself. Hugh first spoke out against Petty on a YouTube video posted back in 2020. Her lawsuit against Petty, filed in August 2021, alleged that a third parties connected to Petty had began pressuring her to recant her story through bribes and threats. So I'm just putting it out there that that's who these people are. And these barbs are coming hard for everybody for Nicki Minaj. And why? Why does she deserve that? Why does she deserve that kind of support? Look at who she's supporting. It just, yeah. Anyways, I'm just putting it out there that I don't care. Meg can say whatever she wants to about this woman. The Meg's Law line should stand. It should stand. And that's the reason why that woman is going so hard on Twitter. That's why she's going so hard. So, all right, y'all go ahead, jump in. I'm sure the barbs will be coming.